So some interesting news then came down the line that Texas quarterback Arch Manning won't be in NCAA football by EA Sports. And even worse, because he ain't in it, there's no way you can put him in it either. So we got to talk about this because this is kind of bizarre. There's something else at play here, and I just cannot put my finger on it, but I know that you all have an idea. So before we do that, welcome to Unfair Sports. I'm your host, Jay. Thank y'all for pulling up to the channel. If you like OU content and college football content, honestly, sports content in general, check out our partners, the Autograph app, co-founded by the GOAT, Tom Brady. The app, got the link in the description below, allows you to see all your favorite content in one place. So you'll see Unfair Sports there with OU Insider as well as with the Oklahoma Breakdown. All of them showing up, one spot, one-stop shop. If you're a Texas fan, I got a few Texas fans that watch the channel. Our boy Fanatic Perspective is on there, Steven, so you can check out his content with other Texas content creators on the Autograph app. So check it out in the description below. Click on it, add the promo code Unfair Sports, and the best part about it, it's all free, baby. They don't charge for it, but you can also score some tickets, all kinds of great promos. So check it out, Autograph app in the description below. But let's talk about Arch Manning in this whole situation because this is weird. Now, you're going to see a lot of outrage and people kind of lose their minds on it. For me, I'm trying to figure out why. Like, what's the reason that Arch is opting out? Now, based upon the report by Anwar Richardson, he's had multiple sources that told him that Arch will not opt into EA Sports College Football 2025. I'm told Arch is focusing on playing football on the field. And I say this with all due respect. What exactly does that have to do with being in the video game? Like, I asked that sincerely. You opt in, people are going to leverage you. Are you in fear that they're going to disrespect Quinn Ewers and immediately take him out and throw you in the game? Are you nervous that your rating is going to be super low? Because nobody got to sync you yet, really. You know, we've seen you in some spring ball and we synced you in a back. What exactly does this mean, right? Why is Arch skipping out on the game? Is it a power play? Now, I'm going to tell you, this is what I think it is. I think he's thinking that, or knowing that his name is so big that it makes no sense to be in the game without getting paid for it, right? Like, he's looking at that like, what them dollars at? What them dollars at? Where them dollars at? Which I would understand. I mean, he's Arch Manning. He's a Manning. He's a big-time name. And we haven't got to see him truly play. But it does sound like this has got to be a power play because to me, just opting in and letting the fans have you to play, I don't see what's big of a deal about it. Now, the other thing to go with that is you guys also remember. So EA announced, of course, not only one, they're paying the players, $600 for being in the game. They're going to give them a free copy of the game as well, which I think that's about $7 million roughly in what they're giving out with the tens of thousands of players, blah, blah, blah. Well, on top of that, with Arch opting out, EA also said that you're not going to be able to add players that opted out of the game. So unless you plan on changing his name from Arch Manning to something else, the game's probably going to restrict you from being able to add his name into the game, which is going to be even more wild. Unless you're playing an offline dynasty, you can find a way to sneak around whatever mechanisms the game has to recognize you put a name in there, but sounds like he ain't going to be able to use them. And unfortunately for Sooner fans, you can't sack them. And unfortunately for Texas fans, you can't try to win him a Heisman. That man gone. So I'm kind of curious, though. What y'all think? Hop in the comments. Let me know. What is the thought process behind this? Because, again, people on the internet pointing out saying, it's a Fox outrage and all this, that, and the other. But to me, I'm trying to understand where the logic is. If you're focusing on football, totally fired up about that. It's good stuff. But what does that got to do with being in the game? Like, what does that have to do with being in a game that's just there? Right? Like, I don't understand why that has anything to do with playing football. But I could be wrong. Could be more to it. Like I said, it could be a money grab. Could be, but what is the point of opting out the game? Just depriving your fans of the opportunity to leverage you. Because no matter what, it doesn't matter what your rating is. Your fans are going to take your rating. They're going to up all the stats they want to up you anyway. So you're going to be able to start day one. I really do think Quinn's going to get kicked out because people just want to play with Arch Manning to say they have. But At this point, now I got to have creative players. Hopefully, I don't share the name with him and you can't create yourself. We'll see how that goes. If you made it this far, man, you like the content, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Love you to join us here over at the channel. So make sure you check out that Autograph app. The link's in the description below. Free. Definitely pretty dope app. I have it saved on my phone. I've been using it. Just check it out. It's pretty cool. So you'll find all the content from OU and all of that stuff in there. So check it out. With that, we'll chop it up in a bit. Peace.